Joining us now from Colorado, U.S. is Omer Shachar of the Run for Their Lives initiative, who witnessed the terror attack on Sunday. Shalom.
Shalom. Thank you for having me.
First of all, I understand that you visited the wounded. What can you tell us about their situation?
Yeah, there were eight injured. During this incident, seven were rushed to the hospital. Um, Three still are in the hospital at the moment. One of them is 88 years old. She's in critical conditions. Tomorrow she's gonna get into a surgery. We really hope that she will be better. Our prayers with her. Her husband as well is there, injured as well.
Omer, take us back to the incident. When did you understand how severe the attack was?
Yeah, it was a surprise. Maybe I will take one step back and to give you the context. Run for the Lives is an initiative that started right after the massacre of October 7th in Israel. People started to run in order to advocate for the hostages, so to show solidarity with the hostages and raise their voice. We changed it here to a walk because a lot of elderlies wanted to join us. And we started here in November 23. Since then, we are walking every single Sunday, rain or shine or snow. Here in Boulder, what we did is every Sunday, we are walking on the main street, on Pearl Street. We are walking, and maybe important to mention that we are peaceful, non-political group. So I'm asking each time for the participant not to engage. Sometimes we get positive feedback, sometimes negative feedback, but we are not engaging. We are walking down the street and we get to the courthouse. We usually gather there. I update them if there are any updates about the hostages in the past week, maybe some community updates, and then we take a photo and a video to share in the social media. At that moment, not even 30 seconds into my speech, the terrorists throw the Molotov cocktail at us. So basically, what I'm showed you so far, we're a really peaceful group. We are not seeking engaging. And then when you ask me, when I understand that it has been escalated, it was basically from 0 to 100. I've been talking to them regularly. In a split of a second, there's fire, there's smoke, and people just run. So it's become very chaotic.
And do you remember when you first noticed the attacker?
Yeah, I do. When you walk, you are very alert, naturally. And when we walked towards the courthouse, we could see him. Um, Myself and some other in the group could recognize that something is weird with this person, to be honest with you, but we couldn't express why. Um, and even retrospective, there was nothing that could tell us that this is a terrorist, but we felt that something is wrong. Obviously, he was anxious. The way that he discusses the gardener and was a bit weird on Sunday, but still don't you don't suspect that this is a terrorist.
Now, he didn't attack and flee. He tried to continue the attack, as we see in the video from the scene.
Right, because what happened, it was the surprise that I share with you. So your instinct is to help your friends, right? So I'm reaching out, this 88 years old lady woman that I just mentioned, because she fell, and I trying to pull her out of the fire. And obviously, it's not just me. Three of us are trying to pull her, trying to put the fire out. But then you realize that you're under attack. You need to look where it comes from. So I'm raising my face and I see the attacker that I saw a few moments ago, and I could recognize him with this spray with a gasoline tank on his back, trying to spray us. Surprisingly, the he caught fire, the jacket and the tank itself. So I ran towards him with another person with the hope to tackle him down, which obviously I don't know what we thought to ourselves that we could do it. He was a pretty big guy. Um, but he could take it down and run away and grab two more bottles. And then I saw that he had a container with many bottles in there. Later on, the police told me there are 16 bottles. So he was definitely prepared to do more damage. We saw that and we backed up quickly, tried to push people away. And this is when the video started, when he's shirtless with bottles up there. And this is basically what led to this moment.
Omer, how surprised were you from what happened, or were you prepared for such an incident?
As a Israeli and Jewish, I will say that naturally we are aware. I believe that many of us in crowded places are aware or have sometimes thought of a risk, especially when you wear this shirt, when you raise the Israeli flag, and especially after the shooting on in Washington 2 weeks ago. So we are aware. We could never imagine that this is what will happen here in Colorado, that violent. Yes, people scream at us. Yes, people say not pretty things. Um, but we're a peaceful group. We don't have armed forces. We don't have security. We do rely on the local police. They do know us. They have my information, the co-leader information. They're aware. We never thought it will escalate to this degree.
Wow. Okay, let's end with a few words about Run for Their Lives. We're familiar with the big rallies in New York and DC. Tell us about this local initiative that brings people out of their house again and again for the sake of our hostages.
Yeah, this initiative, I'm really proud to be part of it. It started in California right after October 7 massacre, and it grew to be in over 230 communities around the world. Some places it's just two people. Some places it's hundreds. Here in Colorado, it depends on the day. Sometimes it's 50, but sometimes in major events, it can be hundreds as well. People are dedicated to go week after week. Here in Boulder, it's about 35. It's a smaller community that coming rain or shine, sometimes snow, right? People elderly. In this group, she's 88 and she's joining those walks. We have a Holocaust survivor that she already told me, "Oh, we're gonna walk on Sunday, right? See you there." I was like, when you have people that committed, you have to continue. I will tell you one more thing. People that are joining to this initiative, they are not just Jewish, they are not just Israeli. Some people connected to the hostages, to their stories, to their families. It's important to them. And people joining us, they're joining us because of their connection to the stories, because the connection to us, to the community. Over time, it's become more and more difficult to have group that will be consistent every week because it's a long time. We're doing it over a year and a half now, but also because it's really hard to stand by conflicts in Israel because of different messages that are coming out of there. And it's not, I cannot point here on a side. I will say it, every person that's staying in front of a camera should be responsible to their words. And this is something that we all should take with us.
Okay, Omer, we send our blessings to the wounded and join your prayers for the hostages. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. And we have 58 more hostages there. Bring them home now.